Good afternoon, all of you. Chalo. In last lecture, we have completed one illustration. Any gift received by spouse and that gift is invested in the business. So whatever income generated from the business up to the percentage of investment, it will be taxable in the hands of transferor. Here, Mr. Vaibhav and Mrs. Vaisali. Illustration number 5. Remember? Today we are going to start with clubbing of income arising to son's wife. It means whatever income arising from son's wife, it means father-in-law transferring anything to daughter-in-law. Father-in-law transferring anything to daughter-in-law. Okay? So it will be taxable in the hands of transferor. But there are certain conditions. Let's look. Father-in-law or mother-in-law, both. It's not compulsory that father-in-law is transferring anything to son's wife. Income arising to son's wife from the assets transferred without consideration, that is adequate consideration, or with inadequate consideration by father-in-law or mother-in-law. So whatever income arising by way of transfer, for example, Mr. Ram is transferring anything to son daughter-in-law, means he is not transferring to his son but wife of son. So whatever income generated from that property, it will be taxable in the hands of Mr. Ram only. Asset transferred without adequate consideration. Where an asset is transferred directly or indirectly by an individual to his or her son's wife without adequate consideration, the income from such asset is to be included in the total income of transferor. It means what? I have given you one example. For example, one house property. Mr. Ram, one example, Mr. Ram having one house property. So he is transferring house property to his daughter-in-law, not his son. Okay, for example, son of Mr. Ram is Mr. Kush. So he is transferring to Mrs. Kush, that is daughter-in-law of Mr. Ram. So whatever income generated by from that building, from that house property, that will be taxable in the hands of Mr. Ram only and not in the hands of daughter-in-law. Same concept, asset transferred. Asset transferred, invested in the business. For this purpose, where asset transferred directly or indirectly by an individual to his or her son's wife are invested by the transferee in the business. Proportionate income arising from such investment is to be included in the total income of transferor. The same concept that we have learned in whatever asset transferred to spouse, wife or husband. The same example, for example, Mr. Ram is transferring anything to his wife, and his wife is investing that money to business. So that investment, whatever income generated from that investment, that is taxable in the hands of Mr. Ram only. The same concept applied over here. Anything transferred to daughter-in-law and daughter-in-law investing that money or that building in business, so proportionately it will be taxable in the hands of transferor. Mr. Ram એક બિલ્ડિંગ ટ્રાન્સફર કરે, એ બિલ્ડિંગ ઓર મની ટ્રાન્સફર કરે, એ એમની ડોટર ઇન લો એટલે કે મિસિસ કુશ બિઝનેસમાં ઇન્વેસ્ટ કરે, એન્ડ એ બિઝનેસમાંથી કાંઈ પણ બી અર્નિંગ્સ થાય તો એ પ્રપોર્શનેટલી ટેક્સેબલ થાય કોને? મિસ્ટર રામને. સર કેટલા proportionate to the gift, proportionate to that transfer. If that transfer is inadequate or without consideration, inadequate consideration હોય અથવા without consideration. Transfer of assets for the benefit of son's wife. Now, for example, anything transferred for the benefit of son's wife, that is expressly written that it is for the benefit of my son's wife only. All income arising directly or indirectly to any person or association of persons from the assets transferred directly or indirectly without adequate consideration to such person or association persons by an individual will be included in the total income of the individual to the extent of such income used by the transferee for immediate or deferred benefit of the transferor's son's wife. Again, it will be taxable in the hands of transferor only, though it is for the benefit of son's wife. Though it is for the benefit of son's wife. So this is all about anything transferred to son's wife. All the treatment will be same as we have learned in the case of transfer to spouse. જે treatment transfer to spouse માં હતી, એ જ treatment transfer to son's wife માં છે. Clear class? Note chapter number 2, module 2 ને related છે. If where any asset is transferred by person to any other person without consideration or for inadequate consideration, the provisions of section 56 subsection 2 clause 10 would get attracted in the hands of transferee if conditions are satisfied. If both are not relatives, then it is taxable. Anything given, anything gift given, then it is gift is also taxable. Here we are talking about anything, any income generated from gift. Any income generated from gift, that is clubbing provision. But whether gift is taxable or not, that we have discussed in chapter number 2. If there is relation of relatives, then it is not taxable. That is what given in the notes. Chalo class, are you getting this or not? Class, Uttam, clear? Divyesh, done? Chalo online students, is it clear or not? Shaktiraj Dodia. Is this your first lecture? Chalo. You are supposed to give me the answer of illustration number 6. Chalo. Try to solve illustration number 6. Online students are supposed to give me the answer in chat box. It is taxable in the case of Mrs. Kasturi or any other person. Chalo. Chalo class. It's considered in Kasturi, not in his wife income because it's gifted by Kasturi. Okay, so I got one reply from Rudra Dutt Singh. Chalo, Uttam Divyesh. Online students. શું થશે? Yes, Jaivik, yes means chalo. Mrs. Kasturi transferred her immovable property to ABC Company Limited, subject to a condition that out of rental income, a sum of 36,000 per annum shall be utilized for the benefit of her son's wife. So, Mr. Kasturi transferred one immovable property, and there is one condition that is put by Mrs. Kasturi that whatever rent income generated from this property that should be utilized for my son's wife. For my son's wife. Who is the owner of property? Mrs. Kasturi. Who has transferred? Mrs. Kasturi has transferred. Mrs. Kasturi claims that the amount of 36,000 utilized by her son's wife should not be included in her total income as she no longer owned the property. Why? Because Mrs. Kasturi has transferred the property to ABC Company Limited and told that ABC Company Limited, whatever rent income generated, that should be utilized for my son's wife and not for me. Not, it cannot be used by you also. It should be used by the my son's wife. Okay. So in whose hands it is taxable? Mrs. Kasturi, ABC Company Limited, or son's wife, that is Mrs. Kasturi's son's wife. There are three individuals, three person rather. Three participants are there. Mrs. Kasturi, her son's daughter, her son's wife, and ABC Company Limited. So it is taxable in the hands of Mrs. Kasturi only. So whatever contention given by Mrs. Kasturi is not valid. Why? Because she has transferred the property to ABC Company Limited subject to one condition that it is used for the purpose of my son's wife only. It is not valid. It is without consideration or for inadequate consideration. Look, read the answer. The clubbing provisions under section 6, subsection, under section 64, subsection 1, clause 8 are attracted in case of transfer of any asset, directly or indirectly, otherwise than for adequate consideration to any person to the extent to which the income from such asset is for the immediate or deferred benefit of son's wife. Sir, how can we come to know that it is for inadequate consideration? Look, you are transferring something with one condition, then it is inadequate consideration. Nah? Sir, how? For example, if Uttam is transferring something to Divyas and saying that this property, whatever income generated, that should be used for my son's wife. That should be used for my son's wife. When you can say like this, if it is for inadequate consideration, otherwise you can't say. If you are receiving any consideration, then you can't say like this. તમે કોઈ પ્રોપર્ટી ટ્રાન્સફર કરો છો એ ઇનએડિક્વેટ કન્સિડરેશન થી કરો છો તો જ તમે આવી કન્ડિશન પુટ કરી શકો, અધરવાઇઝ તમે કોઈ કન્ડિશન મૂકી શકો નહીં. અધરવાઇઝ હુ ઇઝ ધી લીગલ ઓનર? દિવ્યેશ ઇઝ ધી લીગલ ઓનર. એને જેમ ઈચ્છા થાય એમ કરે. સમજાય છે? આર યુ ગેટિંગ ધીસ? You are putting condition, it means it is for inadequate consideration. Therefore, 36,000 meant for the benefit of daughter-in-law is chargeable in the hands of transferor, that is Mrs. Kasturi only. The contention of Mrs. Kasturi is not valid in law. It is not valid in law. Is it clear? Chalo, is it clear or not? चलो दीपक, आनंद, प्रिया, जैक्सन, अहमद. Only 2-3 students are present mentally. Is it so? Chalo. So now one of the most important concept, clubbing of minor income. Minor income means what? It means a person who is not at the age of 18, below 18, means not a major person. All income of minor is to be included in the income of his or her parent. All income of minor is to be included in the hands of his or her parent. This is the basic condition. However, look, this is the most important part. So many questions are asked from this concept. However, income derived by the minor from manual work or from any activity involving any skill, talent, specialized knowledge, or experience will not be included in the income of his or her parent. Now, understand this. For example, Mr. X and Mrs. X have one child. Have one child. Let's say Y. Y is the child of Mr. and Mrs. X. He is at the age of 12. He is of 8 years old. Now, Mr. X has deposited 1 lakh rupee. Mr. X has deposited 1 lakh rupee in the hands of Mr. Y, in the bank account of Mr. Y. Who is Mr. Y? Son of Mr. and Mrs. X. Are you getting this? Mr. અને મિસિસ X એ 1 લાખ રૂપિયા એના સનના એકાઉન્ટમાં જમા કરાવ્યા. Who is the son of Mr. and Mrs. X? Mr. Y, 12 years old. એટલે કે minor child. Whatever interest income generated from that fixed deposit, that will be taxable in the hands of either Mr. X or Mrs. X. Sir, why? Because Mr. Y is minor. He minor છે. He doesn't know how to generate income, how to earn income, and that 1 lakh rupee is the part and parcel of Mr. and Mrs. X. Who is the legal owner of that 1 lakh rupee? Mr. and Mrs. X. Mr. and Mrs. X deposited 1 lakh rupee in the hands of Mr. Y. So it is taxable in the hands of Mr. X or Mrs. X. That is line number 1, point number 1. Now point number 2. Mr. Y. Same example. Mr. X, Mrs. Y, Mrs. X. Son of Mr. and Mrs. X is Mr. Y. Now Mr. Y is celebrity. 12 years old celebrity. He is earning 10 lakh rupees from YouTube. He is a YouTuber and he is earning 10 lakh rupees from YouTube. Now, who is going to pay tax on this 10 lakh rupee? Mr. X, Mrs. X or Mr. Y? कौन पे करશે tax? Now, as I have told you earlier, Mr. Y કોણ છે? YouTuber. શું છે એની પાસે? Skill. Because of the skill and talent or specified knowledge, he is earning. So now these 10 lakh rupees will be taxable in the hands of Mr. Y only. એ મિસ્ટર વાયના હેન્ડ્સમાં જ ટેક્સેબલ થશે. સર કેમ? બીકોઝ હી ઇઝ અર્નિંગ ઓન હિઝ ઓન ટેલેન્ટ. એની પાસે ટેલેન્ટ છે એટલા માટે અર્ન કરે છે. He is not depend upon father or mother. Two types of examples are there. મેં બે examples આપ્યા. First માં Mr. X deposited 1 lakh rupee to his son's account. So who is going to pay the tax? Mr. X. But if Mr. Y is earning from his talent, then it is taxable in the hands of Mr. Y only, the person who is earning. For example, Mr. Y is a singer and he uploads his videos on YouTube, singing videos. Then whatever income generated from YouTube, it is taxable in the hands of Mr. Y only. This is only one example. There are so many examples. For example, so many minor children who is earning because of his talent or her talent, singing, dancing, drama, acting, so many arts, specialized knowledge. So by applying their knowledge or by applying their skill or talent, if minor child is earning, then it is taxable in the hands of minor child only and not in the hands of father or mother. The income of minor will be included in the income of that parent whose total income excluding minor income is greater. Now, sir, if તમે example આપ્યું, you have given one example that Mr. X deposited 1 lakh rupee in the hands of Mr. Y. Now, Mr. and Mrs. X deposited 1 lakh rupee. So, એમાંથી interest આવ્યું, for example, 10,000 rupees. Now, that 10,000 rupee is taxable in whose hands? Mr. X કે Mrs. X? કોના hands ઉપર taxable થશે? Mr. X કે Mrs. X? So, answer to that question is it is taxable in whose hands? Who has major income, whose income is greater. For example, Mr. X total income 6 lakh rupee, Mrs. X total income 4 lakh rupee. Now excluding this 10,000 rupee, who has greater income? Who has greater income? Mr. X. So it is taxable in the hands of Mr. X only. If Mr. X total income is 6 lakh, but Mrs. X total income 10 lakh rupee, and his or her son is earning 10,000 rupees per month from that fixed deposit, 1 lakh rupee, 10,000. So that 10,000 rupees now taxable in the hands of Mrs. X and not in the hands of Mr. X. Are you getting this? Yes, Mintu. You raised your hand. Mintu, any doubt? Chalo, let me share Excel sheet to give the idea. चलो Mr. X father, Mrs. X mother. Now deposited rupees 1 lakh in the account of Mr. Y. Mr. Y, let's let's take that Mr. Y is son. So Mr. X, Mrs. X. Mr. Y is son. So deposited 1 lakh rupee in the account of Mr. Y.
Attendance, sir.
Earned rupees 10,000 interest from that fixed deposit. 1 lakh rupee fixed deposit on interest of 10,000 rupees. Now, in whose hands it is taxable? Let's take total income of Mr. X is 6 lakh rupee. And income of Mrs. X 4 lakh rupee. So, in whose hands this 10,000 is taxable?
Attendance, sir.
Mr. X. Why? Because first of all,
Sir, time for
it's not the income from the talent of Mr. Y. No talent, no specified skill, nothing. And 10,000 rupees is earned from 1 lakh rupee that is deposited by her or his parents. So it is taxable in the hands of parents. Now, father ke mother, so whose income is greater. So Mr. X has greater income. So taxable here. Minors income taxable here. Done? But if in this example, if this income is let's say 6 lakh only of father, but mother having income of 14 lakh, mother is having income of 14 lakh, then this is taxable in the hands of mother only. Then this 10,000 will be taxable in the hands of mother. ખ્યાલ આવે છે? Sir, minors income is to be included in this 6 lakh or 14 lakh or not? So answer is no. Minors income is not included while calculating whose income is greater. While calculating whose income is greater, minors income will not be added either in father's case or in mother's case. Clear? Sir, this 10,000 rupees earned from fixed deposit. Let's take another example. Mr. X and Mrs. X have another son. They have 2 children. His name is Mr. Z. He is a great singer. He is great singer. And he is earning rupees 10 lakh rupees from YouTube. He is earning rupees 10 lakh from YouTube. Now, who is going to pay the tax from 10 lakh rupees income? Mr. X son and singer. Who is going to pay the tax? Obviously, Mr. Z only. Why? Because of this income is from specialized Jaivik, Rudradat, Mintu and Anand. If you don't know what is the timing of class, let me remind you, your class timing is 12:05 to 12:50. Okay? 12:05 to 12:50, not 12:45. I will not consider the attendance of you four. Rudradat, Mintu, Anand and Jaivik. Chalo, rest of the students. Is it clear or not? Is it clear, class? Chalo. All of you are requested to write down your enrollment number. Thank you.